So the final deck that we're going to be playing today is the Sunny Swain. This is like a mid-range kind of control deck that's utilizing the Daybreak package of cards along with Leona to help us, apply pressure, but also stall the game into the late game where we can get things like Swain Leviathan going and close games out that way. Either by burning them out or stunning their board to get in a favorable attack. We played this on stream not too long ago. It's one of probably my favorite Swain deck currently. I made a couple of changes to it that I'd like to try out today. The first being I removed the 2 Scorched Earth we had in the deck for a couple of Hush. We mentioned last time we played that Hush felt like it was missing from a deck like this, and now that Grand Plaza is not as big of a not as large of a presence in the format anymore due to both its recent nerf, but also the nerf to the Scouts aggro deck, which it was a key card in, means I don't think we need landmark interaction as much. Of course, now we're seeing a lot of those Hex Core decks I've been running into a lot, which is new to me. I've been playing this game for a couple weeks, like ladder games, and haven't seen nearly as much of the kind of frost, fungus, mushroom decks, whatever you want to call them, as I have been today. So clearly some big streamer must have did a feature on that deck or streamed with it, or maybe it won a tournament recently. I don't know. That's a lot more than I expected. So I may regret that change and that statement I just made, but for now, up till today, I wasn't seeing a ton of landmark. You weren't seeing a lot of landmark decks anymore, at least in my experience. So I figured I'd make that swap. The other small change I made was I thought I'd try a one of Zoe in here to have both something else to do in our early turns and as a way to generate card advantage, as opposed to one of the Swains. Reason being, because this deck is often going long, and because we're not usually interested in playing a Swain out on 5 at least, on 5 or just like more specifically before we play a Leviathan. Most of the time we're just gonna be drawing into our Swains when we need them. So decided to make that swap and see how it felt. It's an idea I got from another content creator who was actually the first first person I see to play this archetype. Actually made me want to try it in the first place. So this was months and months ago at this point, but yeah, decided to give that those 2 changes a try and see how they feel. And yeah, enough preamble. We'll just jump into some games. Okay, that's our first lead deck of the day. Yeah, I mean the Hushes that we have in this deck now are obviously very, very good in this matchup. I think I'll keep the Death's Hand for a early Zoe, even though they are going to get a hit with it. I think that's okay. I don't know about the House Spider if we want it. Leona can like slow down their Lees sometimes. Could be very good in this matchup, but maybe I'm supposed to throw that back here. But Leona plus Ravenous Flock can be good. House Spider's okay for pressure. Sometimes their decks like to go wide with like early Mountain Goats too. And the House Spider can be okay there. Yeah. I'll do this and see how well, that pairing came together nicely. So they always have a turn 1 Zoe. That's like the rule of this game, apparently. We don't have a turn 1 Zoe. And by the way, if we did get a turn 1 Zoe, I would definitely trade. No question about that. Do we apply pressure? Do we just kill this? I think we pass to start and see what they do. Maybe it's wrong because they could have like deny up now if they want to, but I guess they could Nopeify this in response, which would be annoying. all they did was made this cheaper. Next turn we're gonna get to Leona and Ravenous block that.
The power of the immortal sun. To me.
This, I was fine throwing away our 1/1 there because it turns on the other Ravenous block in our hand to kill this. Probably want Falling Comet.
My brethren.
Beware the dragon spirit.
Trickster never loses because Zoe makes the rules!
I think we just want to get aggressive here. So what do they have? Ravenous Flock and thingy? Yep, deal. The point is that they've left themselves vulnerable to Falling Comet, which is what I wanted. So. Now, maybe they have another Lee Sin, but, you know, one Lee Sin down at least.
I fight with my spirit, not my fists.
Our strength is forever at its zenith.
Blessed daylight surrounds you.
Sure. Tempted to play this, actually. Because they do have Guardians that they could play. Or not Guardian, what am I saying? Concussive Bombs?
We each hold a world within.
Piercing rays!
All
unbelievers will see the light.
Devotion through battle.
They're actually exactly dead here, so they're
Dragon
forced to
binds
block,
us.
which means I can Ravenous Flock their unit. So they don't get any potential for life gain. Good start. Didn't even need those hushes. Look at that. We're attacking with spiders too to help our quest. I think I actually want the removal. Maybe not. Actually, this is probably too slow. That's not bad. Leviathan, you know, not something we want to see early, but probably something we want at some point.
Raise your weapon, Sunward. Bless the faithful and sear the heretics.
I'll trade these.
Punish transgressions. No mercy for heretics.
They're a Burblefish deck, I'm pretty sure. So want to keep our life total as high as possible. They're definitely the more aggressive deck in this matchup, I would say. So we like to try to get the game to go long, and our two main concerns would be a... Assuming that's Christian? No.
The brighter my light, the stronger your shadow.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take Meteor Shower here. Maybe I want the sisters, but I think I'd rather Meteor Shower.
I am with you.
Believe or burn.
Reach out, Aphelios.
That worked out well.
I'll find you.
I think we might pass the start because depending on what they do, look at the Meteor Shower, their stuff. Yep, Crescendum. Not surprised to see that as one of their cards.
Good to scrap.
Oh, that's a pretty cool combo. I don't think I care about it really when I have another Ravenous Flock in hand and these chump blockers, so... Okay.
Pablo's been down. There is knee out.
So their deck is, these are the only 2-drops in their deck, I guess. Cool.
Ring the flipping bell.
Start here. Might Ravun to start.
May our light shine forever.
Deal me in.
Easy kill.
Soak it in.
So this actually levels up Swain, this meteor shower. Which is nice. Looks like our opponent's having some connection issues, unfortunately.
Devotion through battle.
I think I'm fine doing this to start. Maybe I'm supposed to Zenith Blade first? I don't know. Oh, that's unfortunate. Kind of wanted to see how that would play out. Because I feel like we had a good hand, but our opponent had a pretty good start and our hand was kind of clunky, so we could have done stuff for sure. Hush is probably pretty good against the deck whose champions are elusive, huh? Noxian Fervor with Solari's Shield Bearer can be kind of good. I think I keep it. Okay. As always, hoping to dodge the turn 1 Teemo. Probably not going to happen, but... Turn 1 Teemo, turn 1 Zoe's, they're everywhere. That's not bad. Means we can get a Teemo the next turn.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Obviously, they can protect it. That's what their deck does. Pretty much like relies on turn 1 Teemo and then tries to protect it at all costs with things like Troll Chant and Elixir of Iron.
Swiftly.
So we'll try to do this and see if it works.
Vandal Scout never.
Somehow that worked. I think I'll go ahead and just bank the mana here.
Unyielding light.
Leona plus this Ravenous Flock. That was a decent back-to-back draws, thanks to this.
The world's a big place. Let's see all of it.
We're gonna try to hush, do this here because it's resource efficient. We still have this hush anyway. If he wants to protect, he likely cannot kill this in response to this, so that's nice. You know, a card like this can be a liability in decks when they have the interaction. But... Okay, well, so far so good, but what is there? What are they up to? That's an excellent draw. That should be really good in this matchup. Keeping our life total as high as possible, always nice.
Show me mask, scare me tail, start the day.
The power of the immortal sun.
I think we'll get a little aggressive here in the sense that I'm going to Ravenous Flock this.
Behold
And,
the sun's holy light.
and then like start attacking them down.
Another day in the field.
I'll pick 'em, you plan 'em, kid.
Now we're gonna hold Hush up.
I'll scout ahead.
I will protect you.
I think this might be Warrior. I definitely don't need the
Bask
card
in her
advantage.
radiant blessing.
Grow free.
Scorching light.
Maybe I was just supposed to play this and like get really aggressive. Yeah, that might have been a mistake not to do that. We'll see. Probably gonna play Broadback Protector by the end of our next turn, so that we can start. We just ensure that our life total's high. Maybe not.
Daylight
Maybe
is
it's a
unrelenting,
warrior
but
and
not
other
eternal.
stuff. Yeah, I don't know, this might have been a mistake. If I was gonna play these, I probably should have played them and then attacked. That's a Zoe, that's not awful.
Swiftly.
They've already burned one Mystic Shot, so I think we might actually try to Noxian Fervor on the Leona to kill this, if they have protection.
Just trying to help.
That actually worked, okay. I didn't expect that to work. I think we actually just want
Our
to start
mountain grows are
gaining
full of
life now.
dangers, but I know them all.
I guess you could thermo beam this. You could like play an Ezreal then thermo beam this for 7. Pretty expensive thermo beam though. We have some pretty good attacks, especially with this Morning Light in hand.
A chill in the air.
Yep, there's the thermo beam we were expecting.
Be brave.
Sunburst, huh? So he's already used one Mystic Shot, so him double Mystic Shot Leona in response to this is unlikely. They could be running Get Excited. They usually don't, though.
I am the bulwark against darkness!
Fortunately, this is only going to get 1 stun.
Sunlight blinds.
Observe and learn.
Answer to me!
Not gonna let them get any more blockers. They could have harsh winds, obviously, but it is what it is. Gonna have to fight through the harsh winds at some point.
Stay back.
I'll recite your rights.
My life for Avarosa. Stay back.
Beg your pardon?
There's only one true light! We will not suffer unbelievers.
They will not escape punishment.
Another broadback protector is excellent. And now they've tapped
That makes shepherding look easy.
off of thingy, so that's good. Ooh, boy. Even if this just heals 3, it's really huge for us. Another Noxian Fervor is excellent.
Unwavering strength!
Okay.
Think I'm still like a yodel in uniform.
names will be written in the heavens.
Very, very nice. I'm gonna throw back Leona, looking for as aggressive a start as possible. The 2-drop's good. I think the rest we want to throw back. Double Broadback Protector, not something we're probably interested in most games. But let's see.
Nothing escapes my watch. Look out for Reavers!
It's too bad. That honestly could be enough of a tempo loss for us that we are not able to win this. I guess we just gotta kind of play this out for no value, other than putting a 3-5 on the board,
revealed.
and then
Unwavering
see where we go
strength.
from there. Catalyst of Ages, I'm sure. That's a good hit. Honestly. Yeah, it puts her in avalanche range, but I don't really care about that.
Our sun will not set today!
No plays. So, what could he do? If I Morning Light, then he just Ruinations in response. So I think I try to get a little bit of value by making him have the Vengeance here. I guess he could have another Grasp, hence why he got this down to 2. Yeah. Double Vile Feast. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that.
The dawn has arrived.
May it never leave.
Bask in the light's radiance.
Probably worth playing the Ravenous Flock, honestly. Gets rid of a blocker, helps level Swain. That's actually pretty good.
This'll take the chill off.
If I Morning Light and they Vengeance her, they could also Vengeance him so I don't get the card. Man, I kind of want to Hush just to get the value off of the Eclipse
Strike
Dragon.
while the
Plus we have
planets
pretty good
allow.
open attacks. I think that's what we're supposed to do.
Behold the divine power of the sun.
Yeah, like that's a really good hit too.
carved meat bigger than you.
That's impressive. He's carved meat bigger than this dragon that sits on top of a mountain peak.
Come back next time.
Come back next time. They want to burn resources, I'm fine with that. Okay. Doesn't really do much. Even if they have second avalanche here, that doesn't do much. The first time I would die, fully heal me instead. Yeah. It's probably what we're playing. This...
Bless the faithful and fear the heretics.
lets us go wide without...
The sun's splendor revealed.
without being exposed to second avalanche. Do we actually play this so we're out of range of another avalanche / withering whale? That might be the play, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have enough to play the this as well. Maybe I should have done that first, actually. That's probably what I should have started on this round. That's not true. I don't think so.
Burn on forever. Answer to me.
Noxian Fervor, always nice to see. A matchup like this.
Our deeds will be written in the heavens.
Feels good to beat down the Anivia deck after losing to it a couple times earlier today. Playing a smaller deck, you know? That completed a quest too. Okay. Probably go hard. Not running Elise because reasons. Maybe they want more interaction, so I could see them just having more ways of staying alive, getting to the late game. Okay, yeah. Or maybe they're a more aggressively slanted one. They have more ways. They have more death triggers, like to enable something like this. I think I could just pass, actually. And see where they go. Yeah. So they're on Deathcry. Still gonna pass. I guess we got... No, it doesn't matter. Undying Twisted Fate. Okay, so this is not Go Hard. This is just some Undying deck.
Clad in shining sunlight. You cannot sway me.
Perfecto! Plenty of ways to deal with cards they could have. I think I want the Golden Sisters here instead. Maybe that's wrong. Falling Comet's a really powerful removal spell. It's also quite expensive. Yeah, I think I'll take
Sunlight
the Golden
guide you,
Sister.
my brethren.
The elusive one applies pressure. The lifesteal one, you know, buffers our life total.
Get bloody.
That's fine.
Get paid.
Yep, fine with that. We also have a reroll on like a falling comet if we really want one with this.
Deal me in.
There's the Twisted Fate. This.
Eyes open.
Rather bank the spell mana. I think we'll just take the damage since we're gonna heal it with Golden Sister anyway. And after these two connect, since it's vulnerable, how much do I care about it being vulnerable? I don't think I do. I mean, I guess they could. He just attacks this again the next turn. That's not really a big deal.
Back, heretic.
Yeah, let's just do this while he doesn't have something up that can like kill my thing in response. I guess he can kill his own thing in response to now that he got that spell mana, but we're gonna like Glimpse Beyond is gonna be a problem at some point in this game.
What once was two, now is one. The hour is mine. Burn away doubt!
We got this Sunburst that's really good against the Undying here. I like that.
Keep up, keep up.
I deal in coins and carnage.
I think we should try this. I know they could have another glimpse, but it does mean that our sister stays safe, potentially, because they don't have damage. Okay, there we go. They're two Undying down.
I'm always up for a round or two. Who says I don't share?
Don't stand in my way. I bow to no one.
That's never getting through anyway, so I think I'm okay trading them off.
Try again.
Our next major priority is making sure that Twisted Fate does not level up.
May our light shine forever.
That's a good hit. Very, very good hit.
Ours is the one true light.
Returned with interest.
Just gonna kill these now while I have the chance. I think we're gonna take a big hit this next turn, but pretty sure Twisted Fate is
I shoot.
worse.
However, for our might.
Level Twisted Fate, I think, is the worst thing for us. I think that's how we lose.
We weren't expecting callers.
Who needs me?
Okay. Didn't think about that card.
Gaze into the light. Counterattack!
If I was thinking about that card, we definitely go Leona, just so we can do more things. Gotta remember that these like Undying decks run that card. It's not a card you see often because it's not a deck that's played often, so I always forget that they can rally. All right. So if I'm thinking about that card, we probably Leona there, stun their biggest thing. Then they play that, we play another thing, get the Daybreak trigger on it. Then we have Ravenous Flock to kill something as well. And we probably live that turn. We're pretty low at that point, so it's kind of iffy, but because we have to trade off, we would have had to trade off the 5/5, but you never know where things could have gone from there. I think I like the 3. Yeah, I think I like the Priestess because things like Falling Comet or Meteor Shower can be good here. Like Meteor Shower is like kill your Burblefish, kill, you know, an Aphelios or Twisted Fate, which is nice.
It's our time.
Presumably they're a Nightfall deck, and they have things like the whatever the hell it's called, the 3/3 We were playing it earlier today, and I don't even remember the name. Pass. They don't open on attacks. We'll Priestess.
Their scent travels on the night air.
Embrace the night, Aphelios.
Clad in shining sunlight.
A wee bit late.
Darn. I really thought they'd attack there. Alright.
The dawn has arrived.
And with it, oppression.
Yeah, maybe I should have just used Noxian Fervor then in response, because I was planning on doing that anyway. And then this 3/4 could have finished this off. And that would have been fine, I think. Probably gonna flock this. Let's see what they do. Just get rid of that. While the getting rid of, while the going's good. What am I trying to say? Stop.
Stand and fight!
Sunburst is quite good. Nice thing about these Solari Priestesses finding us fallen comets is that they can kill landmarks. Falling comets can destroy landmarks is what I'm trying to say. Not sure we're gonna need to do that this game, but it's possible.
Deal me in.
So send you. Do this here. I think this is what we want to do before he gets another mana to spend on stuff.
I'll find you.
Eyes open.
Swain's already leveled. Definitely just gonna priestess next turn, see what we can find.
Lunari, rise!
I was gonna say, I'm fine making this trade because it's the only unit they'll have that can get the secondary benefit from this.
No more hiding. Fall, heretic!
It's permanent, I believe, too, right? Grand? Yeah. Yeah, no, that's fine by me. Let's see what we draw.
Unwavering
I
strength!
get the 3 damage here. Their plays will then inform what we want to do with the Solari Priestess.
Daylight warms the heart and lights the way.
Probably just want the Traveler, actually.
Sunlight guide you, my brethren.
As darkness falls, the moon rises.
No Sunburst for that. So that's not that big of a deal. This Broadback Protector means we can take a big hit or two and not be worried.
Crescendo.
Sure. Good Morning Light to protect our stuff, but that might be a bit defensive. I don't think we need to do that.
With the Knight's Embrace.
Should have stayed home, pal.
Blessings of the moon. I'm sorry.
Never lost a fair game, or played one. Blue as the Serpentine.
May all those who journey find what they seek.
The brighter my light, the stronger your shadow.
Still probably going to kill these two. Good chance they have a way to protect Aphelios anyway if I try to go deal 4, deal 1. And I don't think we will lose to an Aphelios. If anything, we're going to lose to a level Twisted Fate in this game, I think. So I'm going to target these two with the Meteor Shower, and probably sooner rather than later. Well, I'm glad they played that before we played the Meteor Shower. They could grab the... they could now have in their possession the whatchamacallit, but that's fine.
A crescent path opens before us.
It's unfortunate that they found as many Aphelios as they did as early as they did, but...
Our path is fixed. Now, we must walk it.
Now the question is, do I look for a way to get rid of this before it generates too much value? That's an okay start because stun into Ravenous Flock does stuff. Don't know that it's good enough though. What else could we do? Priestess could find something interesting. We probably have to Priestess first just so we have blockers. The warrior can get Aphelios. It's unlikely to work though. But it still might be worth challenging something else, like the Twisted Fate, then having the 5/5 blocker, and if he wants to kill it with one of the challengers, I think that's okay. Depends on what he created though, because if he created Gravitum, which is likely because he wants to like punch through for damage, then that's not a great play. So I actually probably do have to play Meteor Shower. I still think this is worth keeping though. So we'll see. Could be that they just go too wide around us and what we're doing. Yeah, 3 Aphelios in the top half of their deck is kind of brutal. Less than the top half of their deck.
Doubt is heavy on their minds.
Now the question is, do they have Pale Cascades in our deck, and do we try to do what I was talking about before? I don't think so. We want to do this. Even if they can save something, maybe Ravenous Flock gets them because it'll be injured. Okay. Oh, they took that from before. Okay, sure. So they're gonna hit us for a pretty big chunk next turn. And they probably have enough mana to play out one more threat, so we could actually die. Yep.
Gotta go with the flow.
All right, we'll see. See if we can survive this turn. 6, 7, 8, 9.
With a knight's embrace.
All we can do.
A win streak!
Good game. I think if we can dodge the 3rd Aphelios, we can win there, but three Aphelios and all the value it generated, but with the crescendums and the gravitums, etc., exactly what they need to like punch through our control plan. Brutal. Play one more with this deck, and I think we'll call it a day on this game. An aggressive deck, so we probably want all of this. I kind of like Hush, actually. Tarek Zed. Probably want Hush. Probably want Leona. Yeah, I think this hand is a full keep.
Ours is the one true light.
We have something to do on turn 2 anyway, so I'll go ahead and just get aggressive with this.
Follow the horizon.
they pass, I probably just pass back.
We each hold a world within.
Look at this reality! Look how sparkly!
Devotion to battle.
Your lesson begins.
Give me a sweet bun. Heightens the senses.
It will pass. I probably should play the House Spider, actually. It's fine. Only lose 1 mana. Not a big deal. Ravenous Flock's a decent draw. Finish that off.
Without a sound.
Do we think they have...
The dawn has arrived.
Carry her light.
So this
across the
targeted
mountain.
something else in hand. So that's something worth noting. Doing this and seeing if they want to deny it.
The sun's splendor revealed.
And we could try this and see if they want to deny that. I guess they could also have Nopify. Sure. That's actually great. Them spending that resource like that.
This isn't part of the training. Sweet bun.
I fight with my spirit, not my fists.
It's in the portal!
Try to Death Send this. See if he has a Nopify. If he does, we have a Hush to at least get him, but this is nice because it gets rid of the... just gets rid of his ability to create the Ephemeral. Go wide. Yeah, it's almost certainly Solari Priest this turn. I mean... sure. I don't really care about that. I'm gonna save this Hush for Carrick. Carrick plus a really nasty spell
Bask in her
could definitely
radiant
get
blessing.
us. Do we have enough resources next turn to play Swain plus level him with Meteor Shower? We do, actually. I think I want to start with that, though, and see what happens. It could be that I want to hit this, because it has quick attack now. This is not as big of a deal. It kind of denies in their deck. Maybe I want to see if he taps it below deny. No, I don't think that's true. Do this to start, see what he does. Denies or Bastions. Bastion is probably more likely. Wow, just conceding to Meteor Shower. Sure.
That was super fun, and I gotta say...
Yeah, I I think that's good enough. I think we'll end on a high note, taking down the Zed Tarek aggro deck, you know, format staple. Yeah. Still really loving this deck. Swain, Leona and the Sun and the Daybreak package is one of my favorite kind of like cores to be playing. How I want to say it, like it's like it's a solid core to a deck, and then pairing it. I've basically been enjoying everything that I've been paired Leona and the Daybreak package with. We've done it with Lux, we've done it with Yasuo, and up until perhaps this the Yasuo deck we played earlier with Aphelios, I think it's one of my favorite ways to play Yasuo up until now, and this is probably my favorite way to play Swain is with this this Daybreak package. Hush has felt great. I think even, you know, those Veiled Temple and Hexcore kind of decks maybe at some point demand answers, but for now I think I don't really miss the Scorched Earths from this list. The Hushes feel good. Not 100% certain on the one of Zoe versus a third Swain. It felt okay in the few games that we played that we got to actually utilize her. The only other thing I could see is maybe 2 Sunburst here at the top. I still really like Sunburst. I often mention this card whenever we do Daybreak decks. I really like the fact that just to have this solid answer in that also helps you level up Leona, and in the case of this deck, it also works towards Swain's level up condition. In fact, it gets us halfway there. I think means I pretty much in any Daybreak deck I've played, I've wanted at least one Sunburst. It feels like I don't mind drawing one per game. Hence why I tend to put a couple in the deck just so I could see them. That said, maybe we don't need 2. 1 is probably fine. Like I said, I think I want 1, and maybe the third Hush is better for certain matchups. You know, a lot of the decks that we're having trouble with have elusive threats that require answers. You know, things like Fiora and... Is it Fiora? Fiora is the one I'm thinking of, right? Fiora, Lee Sin. Yeah, Fiora, Lee Sin decks get hosed by Hush oftentimes, or they can. The Teemos and the Ezreals and the Zoes that are all over the place. Like, it's very good in those situations. And just those few random times where people are going all in with big, scary threats that you want to get rid of. I mean, it was great in that one Undying game that we played, too. We kind of just lost because I wasn't thinking about a certain card. And even if I was thinking about it, we probably lose to it. But that doesn't change the fact that Hush was very good in the early game to prevent us from getting run over a lot earlier in that match. Hush is just a really powerful card right now. And I think the fact that it was nerfed hasn't really changed it all that much. 3 mana, you know, temporarily or potentially permanently deal with a really nasty threat, even if it's a champion, is very, very good. And yeah, the fact that you can still hold it up entirely off of spell mana, I think is great. So yeah, I think that'll about do it for me. Fun games today. I think we're going to be done with Runeterra. I kind of want to poke at the Lord of the Rings adventure card game a little bit, actually. So I think I'm going to go on a bit of a break. We'll be right back, and then we'll dive into that game.